actual reflection.
Oh, that's, yeah.
Also,
That can be fixed.
So how do I make it the same?
Just write tacos like normally, and then flip it upside down.
Well, like, give us
Is that
space
too
and
dark
take
to film?
another one and flip it.
Yep, it is filming.
And like,
It's too dark?
No, it's filming.
Like, leave little gaps in it and then fix them in with the sticker.
No, because
Like
that would be
Venus
like
and
that then. But actually, so.
That's
You just
rotating,
don't
not
have the
flipping.
right editing software
You
for
just
that one.
click on the compass. Stop. Like, actually, where to make them fit.
Hey, you. Something pocket.
Yeah, just let her know what she's
Pardon me?
doing.
Pocket.
So how do you make it the other way round though?
So there's a difference between rotating letters and reflecting or flipping letters. I don't know how to do it in docs because I know how to do it in
No, I mean, did you
paint
guys,
because
did
you're
you
just
give
doing
any
it to an
thought,
image.
more thought to whether it needed an S or not?
That's
Yeah, I
all.
did.
Yeah.
I actually tried to come up with some. I tried to come up with some.
I don't really
but
think
realized
it
with
needs-
the O, there's just so little you can do with the O.
That's a few
I
things you
figured
can
out
do with it.
something for the O. I've got
Overriding.
a few ideas here, so.
Yeah, usually in an acronym, you're not gonna pick up like the and and the of. They're gonna be bigger concepts.
Yeah, which is why I'm changing it.
But what if
And,
reflection is
I would challenge, well, I think Jim and the Theta Big Dogs make a good point. They want to make sure we're not making this for schools. I mean, our hope is to inspire schools to think differently. We're making this for everybody, kids of all ages, right? And so, I think that part gets a little blurred because we do want schools to change, but we are creating for the world. So, I'm just throwing that out there with the S. Maybe we can think a little bit differently about, or beyond that. It's like this, it's a really intriguing idea.
I've got an idea which takes away the S, so it's just taco.
And what would that be?
So it stands for, it's like a separate word, so it's like not all one sentence. So it's technology, action, creative, and opportunity.
Oh, technology, create.
Technology, action, creative, opportunity.
also we could play with creating, we could change it to change. It needs to still go.
Or
Yeah.
creation, or
Yeah.
creativity,
So it has a lot
or,
of flexibility.
Can you put some of those ideas up on the slideshow? Yeah, what slideshow? Jan made a working space for us. I threw up a slideshow so that we could start to pull apart these 3 ideas and look at the pros and cons of each of them.
Did you check the Slack?
Once.
This is like Monday morning when Fiolene is going, and who's practiced the Terio?
It was like,
So on Slack, obviously I posted my little notice thing, and then a couple days later, Marianne posted up an update of how she had a Google Doc ready to go, and it had
You're not feeling the direction we're going in. Is that
yeah,
correct?
I just feel like they're in the direction right now.
Okay, so let's throw out
back in
some
the
other
direction. Okay.
ideas. Anita, I haven't heard from you. Caitlin, what are you thinking? You kind of missed a piece last week. You know that big bulletin board in the hall with all the strings?
What's that?
That's kind of what got our thinking, like, how could you connect to other people?
All the colorful strings and people around the wooden. Oh yeah.
I don't even do
Oh yeah, they use in his heart.
It was the first one.
So our idea was trying to turn this idea of we can connect people, like the schools and the strings there, and kind of visualize these connections in some sort of AR 3D way via some sort of app. What the app does, or what the end goal is, or what it looks like is still all up for debate, and what we're trying to have a discussion for right now.
Connect developers together.
Oh,
Why developers in particular?
I don't know.
Oh, you gave me a thought, Hina. You know that game Heads Up, where you have to put the card up here and everybody can see your card?
It's fun.
What if we had a game like you could see everybody else's color, but you can see your own?
Hmm.
So if we all had phones and I could see that Ryan was blue and you were red and you were green, and then you had to kind of make your groups based on those colors, but nobody could talk.
Ooh.
How could, very simple game, right? So a color is connected to a person.
So the one question I have with that is how do we use the phone medium's exclusivity to put either a unique spin on it, and what's the difference between having a phone and having literally a one-sided card that you have in your possession and you can't see it?
Because it'd be really cool to go around and find your people with your color. Like, I don't know, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Because you can't break the card.
Wait, would it be like one person?
Well, you can't break the card.
I don't know, but it'd be really fun, like if you didn't know what your color was and
Drop off cliff. Yeah,
you've
break
got a
the
room full of people and you were trying to group up according to your color and you couldn't talk.
Probably break
So
it.
the one question also to bear in mind, what I
Take off
basically
the
meant
case.
with Marianne there was, with this idea of this app, why are we using a phone and or HoloLens?
Exactly, good point. We always asked that last year.
So the reason why I wanted to do it on the idea of the nodes and the threads was that when I looked at that thread board, it was in 2 dimensions and there were limitations for those things in 2 dimensions.
I see.
Not so many limitations when it's in 3 dimensions on a phone. For example, I was noticing that while some threads traveled through some of those nodes, they weren't actually wrapped around, but due to how it looked like they were connected. So there's already misinterpretations
Interesting.
from there. So that's why I thought that's one of the strengths of having things in 3D as opposed to a 2D thing. Just better data visualization. Seen it?
Just when we think about the whole 3D thing, I'm imagining like a giant maze of all these things, and you can like find a certain string and follow its path, and it would kind of get tangled up, but it would be untangled, and like, does anyone else think of it that way?
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Like a
I
giant.
didn't.
So what does a 3D maze offer to this experience? I'm not dissing your idea, but what does it offer to the experience?
You get lost in the maze, and you have to find your way out. I don't know.
I'm gonna keep that idea brewing.
But-
Keep it brewing.
When you're talking about a maze, what I thought you were talking about was like following a string.
Yeah, that is. I just didn't know what to say, so I said you get stuck in a maze.
Huh.
It doesn't have to be a maze. So this string can travel in some number of directions. But what's the end goal of visualizing this string? Is it supposed to lead you to some other point?